Good morning, everyone. Yeah, can you guys hear me? Why can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, morning. Very good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time to join our webinar today. So, is that clear? Why?
Yeah,
Morning, why? So,
morning. Can see
yeah,
ah.
can see. Very clear, very 靚仔.
Don't lah.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Winnie. I'm the inside sales and I'm the from Synchro Web, and we have our marketing team for Fifi, Natasha, and our sales team Nina and Fatin. So, for your all informations, our training has been recorded, and we will share the radio by go through by email after the training. So, for our topic today is a Wi-Fi 6 new model introduction. And the AP switch will be start launch in the quarter 1 2022. And you can start order, maybe will be what we call for the early bird will be on November. Is that clear? Is that okay, Pawai? Is November, is it? You can start order?
Yeah, you can place order
Yeah.
already. We'll
Yeah.
announce the price. We'll announce the this one the pricing
Mm-hmm.
little late by next week. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
got any inquiry, basically you can check with Winnie.
Yes.
So
So
when the thing will arrive, so estimated
mm-hmm.
will be in Q1 to next year lah.
Yeah. Maybe you can contact you to your salesperson or me lah. We will assist you to provide the price list. Or else you can be email to sales@synchroweb.com also can. Well, let me start the webinar. So if you have any question, you can try to drop the message in our chat room. So we will try our best to answer as soon as possible. So all right. So he is our presenter today. He is a salesperson in IPCom, and then they have a more than 5 year experience for this industry. So don't waste the time. I pass the section to our presenter today. Why? You can start
Hi,
right
thank
now.
you. I can
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, can.
Present window. Give me time. Voila. Okay. So
Mm.
everybody can see the slides.
Yes.
Okay. So
Mm.
actually,
Clear.
what actually we are presenting today is
Mm-hmm.
actually is a Wi-Fi. Basically, it's a software control Wi-Fi APs basically solution. So it's a
Okay.
software based. So and then basically you have the software is basically what we call is a Pro 5. So this software, this is a software controller where you install in your server, and it is used to manage your wireless AP and together with your switch. Then down the road, we are basically able to manage the gateway as well lah.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody got any question, you can basically can raise up or basically can just type to Winnie, but we can just talk through the microphone and just ask us lah. No, today
Sure.
we take
Mm.
it like basically like a discussion, no issue. And
Mm-hmm.
today we chill, relax because today Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's Friday.
Okay, so what is the profile? What is this controller? What this controller about the controller? Actually, I think because you guys have been dealing with Winnie for so long, I think you're very familiar with UBNT ubiquity, correct?
Mm.
So basically,
Yes.
this is most probably the same thing, so basically this is our solution basically based on what the industry standard right now going on for the software controller based solution. So basically product profile is a software controller basically we can use to manage like I said your Wi-Fi AP, your switches, basically your and gateway, basically your whole network already lah. So where does this excel in this? Basically you have a graphic user interface because you are using a Windows server. So you have a Windows, so you have a graphic user interface to basically to show you all the workings on your whole network itself lah. Basically, you can do all your reporting will be inside there already. So how does it work? I say, where do you put it in your network? So actually, basically, you host this controller inside the Windows based server, be it a Windows server, or you can do it in a Windows 10 or your Windows 11 also will work already. So the most preferable, we will get you to install at your core switch there lah. Basically, they'll talk directly to your fastest main switch in the whole network lah. So beside that, so basically the whole solution basically come with you have the profile switch. So they have the profile PoE switch, and the rest will be the AP. Basically, we have the full range from the ceiling up to from out the outdoor AP. And the Wi-Fi 6, so we are giving it the model name is the Pro 6. So this one will be arriving on next quarter lah, I mean Q1 22 lah. So after we will go through basically to give you details on what's the product about lah. Then how you manage this thing is basically since this controller is on a PC, so basically you can log into your Windows and you can see all the workings of your network already lah. Besides that, so the profile app for the mobile phone, be it Android and this iOS iPhone, so will be coming. I think should be this 1-2 months only lah. So once this thing ready, so maybe I can let you guys do a test drive for this thing as well lah. And how you connect, basically how your server talks to able to talk to your mobile device. So we host our own cloud. Basically, the cloud will connect to your controller itself lah. So when you set up the software controller immediately will connect to the cloud already. So you can access actually from outside the office easily through what we call is the SDN cloud lah. Or maybe we will do the renaming to basically call our IPcom profile cloud already lah. Okay. So let's say how the thing. So this is just how we mentioned. This we show is this is just a single site. So let's say you're multi-site. So this is where the cloud, the functionality comes to the picture lah. So your cloud will be like the middleman, basically like your directory. You keep track of all your sites where multiple sites you will install these projects lah. So you have your servers on each of the location. So all of them will stock to the cloud. So you with your laptop or you on your mobile phone, basically you can talk to the cloud, and the cloud will connect back to your controller. That means your on-premise controller itself lah. Then you see the bottom three, we have a 3 different installation. Then the last one is actually the hardware controller itself already. So this at the moment we don't have the definitive date yet. This one we expect next year around Q2 will come out lah. So basically this is the hardware controller. He'll replace your computer, your server, and then basically you'll manage your devices and you'll talk to the cloud itself directly lah. So, any question for the installation here?
So far the job
okay.
tak ada.
Okay, we go ahead first.
You can go ahead. Thank you.
So okay, we will preview this. What's the controller? How's the controller look like lah? So the main page. The easier one is setup. So from the setup page, it basically just works just like your normal Windows this installer ni. You download the controller, the installer file. Basically double click the thing, go through the end user agreement, just next, click next all the way, team. Then at the end of the installation, then you ask you if you have your equipment ready lah. Then if you have, basically automatically they'll adopt your equipment ready. And then this is where they ask you to create the username and password for your account. And from there, basically you connect straight away. You set up the thing. You got internet connection. You basically just connect to the cloud automatically already. So simple like you install any software or you install games on your Windows PC. Very easy one. You just next, settle. So next when you're done with the installation. So next thing is your summary page. This is where your main dashboard. You'll show all your networking, all your devices will be there lah. So this will be like your current site. Let's say this is your office A, or you say this is hotel A. So they will show you your status, your health, and how many devices are running and which channel they are running itself lah. Then in, let's say there is an issue, then we have this they'll pop up the alert. Say there's a unread alert. There's let's say got any issue or disconnection, everything coming from there lah. So the next one is to say your dashboard, the data dashboard. This will go through basically what the controller does as well is actually capture the user usage data. So it will show you basically how much. Let's say you got a very heavy user in your network, so you can basically go through and detail what the user is doing, actually what they are running. Then you can basically know how many devices, what type of devices inside your network. You also can basically show inside here lah. Then you can show this user how much is running this or which AP, how much data already actually go through the AP. Or maybe you check which AP, say suddenly show this or the lobby, you have a very high usage. Then you know there's somebody there basically downloading from there, or you know which heavy user is the area lah. Then the third one is what is the device management page lah. So you see the top, the top you can see the meter is like summary. You see the menu actually on the left hand side. So the first one will be the summary. Second, basically you can go through the detail, see on each AP performance. Then for the data collection. Then the third one is actually on your device management. You are looking at your devices. How many devices is actually inside your network? Then is it up or down? What's the firmware version? So everything will be displayed there. So most important for us IT administrator is IP address, the MAC address, their location, the name, and what's the model only. And is the thing alive or not? This is what actually you wanted to see, the most important part lah. So basically here you can manage each individual devices, or you want to add, you want to take out all from here. Lastly, simplest one, this the mobile app lah. So this is the sample they show us in development for the iOS. So down the road, is basically you can the controller, the on-premise controller, talk to the cloud, and the cloud become a middleman and push the telemetric data to your mobile phone. So from there you will see everything through your mobile phone. You can manage basically from there itself already lah. So far, any question for the software? Or you need live demo? Actually, we can do it after. Can show you also a very short live demo.
Yeah, should be fine. Oh, David, I think the message box. David got a question. Okay, David, what's the question you want to ask? Oh, David would like to asking about your controller. The profile controller can be support the OAP, something like EW12, EW9, W53, and W63.
Okay, that one just to mention. This is basically the W series for IPCOM is actually on a separate controller. That one is actually in a cloud based already. That one is purely cloud one. So for this one, the Pro 5, basically this is another different set of hardware itself lah. So this is where we need to actually today I try to to explain which product line is under the Pro 5, which one is under the cloud lah. So the cloud one all start from the W series one, W63, W66, and then we have the mesh, the EW12. These guys all will be all under the cloud based only. Fine lah.
So basically, maybe we will conduct another training or webinar. We will be separate about the means like the range of the AP and the controller. So maybe we will decide about that lah, why? Yeah.
we will, once we got the updated lineup, then
Mm-hmm.
we will inform you guys
Yeah.
which one is for different controller.
Mm-hmm.
So basically for you to understand which you will try to deploy lah, which type of
Mm-hmm.
deployment you can more preferable lah.
Mm-hmm. So we can see the message from the David. They have a question too. So he want to ask about the non-Wi-Fi software. They look like just for the switch network switcher, only a network switcher or what?
Which one?
I don't understand, David. I'm
Oh,
not
like
really understand the questions.
Oh, never mind. I go through the hardware lineup first. You see, once
Yeah.
I show you the hardware lineup, then you know
Ah,
actually what is inside the profile already. Then basically you
okay.
can get a clearer picture on what is the difference. So as
Yeah.
you know, right now everybody the hardware trying to go to cloud already, man. Or
Mm,
everybody want to get cloud manage. Everybody do cloud manage. Okay.
yeah. Maybe you
What?
can continue.
So the hardware simple. Basically, I go to one round first.
Yeah, can.
So hardware simple one. For Pro 5 series, Wi-Fi AC, or we call it Wi-Fi 5. We basically with Sync Web here, we only do two models lah. So we have the ACLR. So basically the LR basically we call it the long range, and then the ACM then basically is the outdoor model. So basically there's one ceiling and one outdoor model ni lah. So this is dual band. So maximum the Wi-Fi speed 135 AC 1350 and AC 1002 for the outdoor one. So AC, whether it's a Wi-Fi 5 or Wi-Fi AC, we only got two model. Simple. Then coming for next year, so this is our product. Basically, this is our already confirmed production already one. So this we have basically the LR and the light lah. And good news is one thing is since I don't know you guys know that in China basically or worldwide there's a chipset shortage. So when there's a chipset shortage, so right now it's affecting everybody, including the Wi-Fi chip itself lah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
our HQ actually did mention to us for the Pro 6 Lite, we will go ahead with version 2. We change the chipset. Practically both the LR and the Lite will be AX3000. Basically, they increase the speed. There's no more 1008. So basically, they were giving you a AX3000 speed for both APs.
Oh,
And
that's
the
good.
two model different is practically is the basically the size and the handling capacity only.
Which means it's higher lah. Correct not?
The speed will be higher, but
Mm.
the different will be the handling capacity. Because the thing, simple terms is, you see that what makes the LR and the light different is actually is the size. If this one, if you have time, we will go drop by Winnie's office, get her
Mm-hmm.
to show you the Pro 6 LR. Then you know is how big is the thing lah.
Yeah, it's quite big.
And then the antenna different is you see is the big one is 4x4. The light is
Mm-hmm.
2x4. Basically, is different is by they double up the antenna. So basically, the capacity for the user also double up lah. And interface, they say the RJ45, even even for the LR, we provide you with two gigabit ports so you can trunk. You can run you can run 2 gigabit into the AP itself already lah. So far clear on the Wi-Fi 6 AP.
Yes. So we are stay tuned. Then see
So
whether
for
when
the
we
standard
get it.
features, like you just
Mm-hmm.
we listed here,
Mm-hmm.
WPA3 or FDMA, the MIMO, after give explanation, basically a simpler explanation on that thing lah. The one basically stay tuned. The one we got a lot of new things on Wi-Fi 6, where this will make the thing also like upgrade lah. Alright. So this just now we mentioned, just now we got say the hardware from AP to switches. So this will be the switches lah. So coming down the road, basically this they give the date around Q1 or so. Actually, they started production already. So we are trying to order, we try to get the thing in. So once we have our ETA date, then we will inform SynchroWeb as well lah. So basically we start with the 8 port and the 8 port first lah. Then the 24 port also already basically just launched already in China there. So these two switches basically you can use the profile controller to immediately can manage. So basically, one single interface, you can manage your AP, your switches. Then later on is your gateway. Then from there, basically you can set your VLAN. Basically, you no need to be on site. Basically, or maybe you don't need to run here and there to do the setting. Basically, you just set from the controller itself, and the controller will link to the AP automatically. Simple as that. So as for the spec wise, so basically with the we have the standard spec for the 8 and 24 lah. So the PoE power budget 130 and 370 watts lah. So basically it's actually similar to what is offered for the cloud version. The what we call it is our IPCOM IMS cloud version of the switches lah. And this will be the profile version, where this will talk directly to your profile controller already. So one single controller talk to AP and the switches. So far clear on the hardware?
Clear. So, I think Mr. Jiming, they got a question. So they are asking about the non-multi G switch, right? They're just asking.
Multi-G, okay, still haven't announced yet. So far, we only have 10 gig uplink SFP switches on it right now. Once basically we can raise the concern, basically you can raise the demand up to my HQ. So once we have enough demand, actually they will start producing the thing actually.
So
Because they're not right now, let's say we say multi-gig, the 2.5 gig. At the moment, we see also not many people adopting. You say even the big brands, like let's say you say those American brands or European brands, also haven't really adopted those multi-gig, the 2.5 or say 5 gig or 10 gig. Because for them, they haven't become standard until you play the top range, and then you will start to see they are using 10G SFP or 5G SFP. Then that one basically is out of our budget, out of our range lah. Okay, any more question on the hardware side?
so far, no.
So
You
far,
can
okay.
proceed. Yeah, okay, good.
Okay, so now we are go to our Wi-Fi 6. What Wi-Fi 6 can offer us? Because first thing we are running on software controller. The software actually manage our AP, basically manage our channels, our users, everything. So what does Wi-Fi 6 bring to the table, bring to the picture for us? There is new technology for us to improve on lah.
Sorry, why? I think Mr. Lee they got asking about if the AP is from the UBNT. No, this is
It's a different
IPCOM. Yeah,
it's
this is
IPCOM
different.
brand.
Yeah, this is a different brand. Mr. Lee, this is the IPCOM.
But it will look very similar.
Yes, it's very similar. So this is the IPCOM. Mr. Lee, yeah, take note.
I think later Winnie can bring one sample, show to him.
Yeah, sure. Can.
So okay, our Wi-Fi 6, so our planning model, okay, we do have all in the pipeline already. Basically, we will do the full range lah. First thing, wall plate AP in the pipeline. They haven't haven't confirmed yet. Basically, they confirmed they will produce, but they haven't confirmed. Let me know when the thing will be mass production lah. So most probably they is facing the same issue, chipset shortage. Hopefully they can upgrade for us to have X3000 on the wall plate is also lah. Okay, the Pro 6 Lite and the LR confirmed already one. Basically you can order already one. Because sample also already sent out for Sirim. Then for Lite, basically just now as you mentioned, we have an issue with we don't have enough Qualcomm chipset. So we upgraded itself, basically Lite and RR same chipset. So it's basically good for you guys lah. Lower budget, but you basically get more or less the same performance. So outdoor AP, same thing. I think we can expect a speed bump if they really all four models use the same chipset. So it basically give us the maximum speed, then at a different form factor ni. So after I can tell you why is it is 1008 and 3000 megabits, what's the difference of the chipset lah? Because the chipset do really make a difference one. This one I will tell you at the end of this slide lah.
Yeah, before you continue, maybe we just show about the products. I can give you have a look first.
Okay, wait, I stop share first.
Yeah, never mind. I can give you have a look. So this is what we call for the product is the Wi-Fi 6. Is that clear? Wi-Fi?
Cannot see you I mean I stop
Cannot
sharing
see me.
first. Or stop sharing. Give a while.
So
We
maybe
can
you
show
can
the thing.
see, yeah, I can show you the thing is like that. It's very bigger. You can see my face and this. It's very big. So the inside they have they have something like the bigger size.
Put it beside your face then you know how big
Yeah, it's very big. You can see. My face is like that. It's like that. It's quite big. And then you can see about this. They have a 2 LAN port. Okay, is that clear? Clear. So inside they have included the PoE accessory, about the adapter and the accessory. That's all. Yeah. So about this. It's quite big, is it? Okay. Then any question? So far clear, is it? Then should be okay lah. Why you can be continue.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, Winnie, for
Thank
showing
you.
that one.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sorry for the this one interruption. At least need to show the product first lah. Okay, simple term. Just now we talk about the Wi-Fi 6. Now the device or the planned hardware. So what Wi-Fi 6 brings in terms of technology? In front of what actually Wi-Fi 6, what does it make it different from Wi-Fi 5? Okay, as you know, I think you heard before on the MIMO technology on the Wi-Fi 5, right? MIMO. So basically, what is this? Is actually multi-user, multi-in, multi-out. So what it actually in real world sense, what it does, what it really looks like, imagine like you driving, right? Basically, you going through a toll, no? This is the toll gate. So you want the muscle toll, there's one lane, then basically for the highway, basically you imagine like LDP or maybe it's Kesas lah. Basically you can, the worst actually is LDP or previously is a federal highway already lah. Imagine that 10 lane, basically you got you got highway so big, 10 lane, so basically suddenly squeeze become one. So basically your traffic flow had to queue up lah. So what MIMO does is basically it expand the lane. So like a highway, basically make more lanes for your vehicle. Basically, your vehicle will be your data lah, to go through. So Wi-Fi 5 is the MIMO is actually on the broadcast side, basically transmit. So basically the router is MIMO out to the user. But the problem is the user cannot MIMO out back to the router or the AP1. Unless you are very high-end mobile phone already. Like the Galaxy, these are very expensive phone, then they have this function lah. But with Wi-Fi 6, you become the de facto standard. So basically, uplink, downlink, straight away MIMO immediately. Then for basically once this thing that are already in Wi-Fi 5, so naturally you carry it over to Wi-Fi 6 as well lah. The difference is actually on the user device. Okay, now actually we already talked. Say now we have a bigger lane. We got many highways, so many vehicle can pass through. So how we can improve the Wi-Fi throughput, the speed, basically your transmission speed. So the another technology come into here is actually what is called is an OFDMA lah. So what it does in the sense that the easiest one, you look at the picture lah. Imagine you want to do a delivery then one truck carry like half, one truck carry like quarter. So basically one time you need to get one truck. Basically you need a lot of truck. So when there's so many truck moving or J&T truck moving out so it will cause the jam, cause the congestion because so many packets or so many truck going out. So why not as a simple we do our packet, basically we do our packing efficiently. We get one single truck to whack basically to pack all the data or pack all everything inside the single truck. So when you have less truck on the roads, basically when your less packet on the this your Wi-Fi, so you less congestion. So basically your thing also will be faster. So this is a new technology only available in Wi-Fi 6. So simple term like we said just now, instead of you running with 3 trucks, why not you just get the one truck, basically one chunk of the packet, basically to grab all the data, then just transmit out lah. So when you reduce, so basically you pack more things into one truck. So just now when because we are putting more lanes to your this Wi-Fi, so now you're putting more trucks. I mean you carry more data, this is more efficient. Then thirdly, what you had another thing is the QAM the CAM lah. This is actually the encryption for the Wi-Fi one. So Wi-Fi 5 you'll see maximum is a 256 QAM. So when it comes to Wi-Fi 6, it's the 1024. So what's the difference is actually is a 25% increase on the capacity itself lah. So basically imagine in simple terms is you have instead of you are running your drive, basically you are using a ASIA or a sedan to carry. Right now you have a bigger SUV or basically you get a Wayfire Alphard to carry your data. So basically you have a bigger vehicle. Then somehow you have a bigger lane. Then now your truck also more efficient. Basically you carry more stuff per truck. Basically, or your car, instead of your 1 person, 2 person, now you carry your car full 6 person. So all these things is to improve your transmission rate lah. So this is all Wi-Fi 6 improvement. Then next thing is this one is will affect your mobile devices more lah, especially your mobile phone lah. So this TWT is called target wake time. So what it actually does is imagine your old Wi-Fi 5, anybody is trying to grab the data from the AP at the same time. So everybody is like rushing or also more robot one, all going to grab the data from the AP, keep sending the request, then have to wait lah. So when you wait for data, somehow you're running, it's like you'll go there queuing up, wait for the thing to come down lah, and keep shouting lah, hey, where's my data? Where's my data? So your power keep running. So you waste a lot of power. So what this Wi-Fi 6 brings and does is actually they queue up your data, and then they will send basically like a timing to your mobile device. Say, hey, this your data won't be coming out this time. So basically ask you to basically shut down the Wi-Fi, basically to inactive for a while. So basically you are not receiving data. So when you're not receiving, your Wi-Fi not running. So basically you reduce the power usage lah. And another thing is when, like say, you have multiple devices at home, or let's say you have a tablet, your mobile phone, then you got a PC. Then one time you won't use all of them. Basically, you will have this, maybe your mobile phone will be inactive because you're on your tablet, or maybe your tablet or mobile phone inactive because you're using your laptop. So what the Wi-Fi 6 does is basically the signal is send the packet basically to shut down, basically to tell your devices to be on like sleep mode. So when they sleep, the power there's not transmitting power, your Wi-Fi is not running. So basically, this is where the power savings come from lah. So from there, basically, you reduce your power usage for your mobile device. So actually, this technology is more towards your mobile device, what they have on your mobile device. So to have this TWT, your mobile device must be Wi-Fi 6 also. So by the Wi-Fi 6 compatible. AP is only like the orchestrator lah, basically your host lah. Basically to tell your mobile device, but in the end, is your mobile device need to have this technology. It means it need to be into Wi-Fi 6 as well. And next one is this one, the new technology. This is very new. This so-called is Bss Coloring. So what is does is this, what they do is for the AP. Let's see, this is installation, because I think you guys been doing installation for many projects that we have a lot of AP in installation in a single in one premise one. Let's be like hotel, the hall, ballroom, lobby, then or training center. Basically, you have multiple AP in the area. So right now is you manage. Basically, you use a software controller to manage. Your controller basically will tell the AP to check the surrounding, then basically to assign the proper channel, then the non-interfering channel or different channel, so that both AP doesn't like accident lah, don't interfere with each other with the same channel. But when it comes to the 2.4, so to your 2.4, basically you have three non-interlapping channel. So how your controller and AP can manage? Because only three channel. And imagine, let's say one corridor or one lobby, you put like 5 AP. 5 AP share three channel. Is it? I don't think it's possible, correct? So what is the new technology brings in? The Bss coloring is they can basically they can like assign a different color to a single channel. That means that one same channel, they can put like green, they can put blue, they maybe can put red, one yellow. So from there, you say took the channel one, I check one B, and one yellow, one Y, then I can put one red and then one green. So basically, from the one single channel, the channel one, I can become four channel already, four different channel. So from there, it doesn't interfere with each other lah. So this technology itself need to work with your controller one. Where this itself, let's say like say home router, you putting one AP, it doesn't you won't see the benefit. But when you put multiple AP, many AP, then you put a controller, then you will see the benefits already. Then this is where the coloring technology come into your Wi-Fi 6. So simple terms, this I'll show you is this is for 2.4. So actually the Bss coloring is actually very beneficial for the 2.4 gigahertz frequency one. So this technology actually make your 2.4 basically alive back lah. Make your technology relevant already. Yeah, because your 2.4 confirm basically you can transmit further than 5 gig on. Your 5 gig you don't have, basically you have more channel to play, less interference. You have 9 channel if not mistaken there lah. Then you have 20 over if you reduce the speed to the 5 gig 20 hertz lah. Imagine I said right now using 2.4. So right now you see this channel here 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So when you're very near, so they interfere with each other. So let's say you take it, let's say I do the coloring. That's basically on the right hand side lah. So I do 4 different color here. So there's a dark blue, there's a light green, and then there's this like yellow thing lah. So basically become 4 different channel. So the only AP really can interfere one is the 2 blue color only. So from one channel, from the for the single channel one, I can make it 4 different channel already, transform them. So basically they'll reduce the interference. So for any question here? Or Vinny? Or you blur already, Vinny?
No, I'm here.
Really understand or not?
Yeah, actually, Mr. Jiming, got a question for you.
Yes.
I think he asking about the AP. Is a PoE port standard lah or passive?
It's a active one. We also include the passive actually. It's both
Mm-hmm.
one. We include the passive as well lah.
Mm-hmm. And then Lee also got a question. He asking about how many color can we set up for the 2.4, 2.4 is it? 2.4 gigahertz.
I also don't know how many color one. They never mention one because this is automatic one.
Oh, really?
Because inside basically this is actually a technology they mentioned inside,
Uh-huh.
including Aruba lah. Then you say Ruckus or they say the color thing. But how many colors actually I also don't know. You know. They don't put out. So I will try to check see how many actual they actually can from one channel they can split out lah.
I see, I see.
But so
Then,
far I can see your 7 shades of rainbow should be no issue lah. Then the last thing is the WPA3 lah. So you guys know lah. Wi-Fi 6 come, new encryption, WPA3 come. Then basically it's a much more secure lah. So basically they'll put more characters into your this passphrase PSK password lah. So it's a better encryption lah. So it's harder for you to crack open lah. Since the WPA2, so now people already started can crack already. So it's better to use WPA3 lah. But this is only works on the Wi-Fi 6 lah. And for here, since just now we talk all the technology lah, what the thing bring in lah. Then like Mu MIMO bring in more lane. Then your OFDMA, basically your packet, and basically your so-called your truck more efficient, can bring more packet. Basically can kumpo lah. Basically like your now JNT truck lah. One side basically can whack one whole truck can be full one. Then you have this how to say your coloring. So basically, what's the technology is actually for high density use. So actually, they design all these things is to make your basically upgrade the Wi-Fi 5 to be able to use in high density usage. So this is where, as this I show you all the pictures here. So high density place, but as we got a lot of these mobile devices one, like your laptop, maybe tablet. You see, you do for training. So you see most relevant places all is like the classroom, training center, conference room, hotel resort lah, then office co-working space lah. Then lesser one will be the designer restaurant or cafe, ballroom or hall. You start to see it lah. The people want to put Wi-Fi on this. Then let's say for commercial, then for like retail, then we have shopping malls. Then when we talk about conference, whatever nearest to like training center, conference room, then we have the like library and university. So all this basically all is so-called we call high density usage projects lah, areas lah. So we have a lot of devices. Don't say one person already bring 3 devices. One inside the bag, you got one laptop, then your pocket one mobile phone, then one tablet, then another phone, more 2 different phone, one for family, one for girlfriend, settle. So you see one person 4 devices, basically we say very high density, many mobile devices already. So how do we can cope up? So this is where Wi-Fi 6 come into the picture to cope up for this demand. So you see Bss Coloring, TWT, the 1024 QAM, OFDMA, Mu MIMO, all this technology come in one aim only, for you to use with high dense area. We have a lot of mobile phone devices one. So this is where they can cope up lah.
I
So
see.
the more reason for you to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6. And what? Any questions so far until here before I give you the last slide, basically the surprise?
Yeah, the box, the mailbox, the message box got one client. I think MIS is asking about the Wi-Fi 6. What's the meaning for client benefit from Wi-Fi 6? Not really understand the question.
Okay, client, let's say I think the client will be the mobile devices or actually the installer or basically the one having the devices one.
Yeah, but so MIS is the person. Can you explain more? What is your questions? Just how
Or
you
can on the mic? Can on the mic?
Yeah, you can on the mic. There is no answer. If no answer, maybe you just explain to just how you mentioned that the sharing that one lah.
Okay, simple like that lah. Practically,
The answer. There are most of the device have only support for Wi-Fi 5. Can the device benefit for Wi-Fi 6?
okay, the Wi-Fi 6 to get the full benefit. Sadly to say, your mobile device have to be Wi-Fi 6 or so lah. So you no need to worry. Most probably by next year or 2023, all the mobile phone you buy all start to use Wi-Fi 6 already lah. Then your laptop most probably a lot from I think this year onwards all also on Wi-Fi 6 already one. So should be not a problem. Now most probably we say the best time to adopt Wi-Fi 6 is starting from next year already. Because everything basically once you see the chipset shortage, that's why that's why just they got mentioned why we have to upgrade our devices from AX1008 to the AX3000 because of the chipset shortage lah. So when we talk about chipset shortage, we have to basically they will stop producing those low profit margin devices lah, especially those Wi-Fi N 2.4 or single band Wi-Fi or some up to the extent of the Wi-Fi 5 AC chip also they slowly cut production already. So from I can tell you also basically next year also I won't be selling Wi-Fi 5 already. I left my old stock only lah. So down the road everything will be Wi-Fi 6 already one. So you can see, let's say just to answer the question is to get the full advantage you need Wi-Fi 6. Everybody need to be on 6. If your mobile device laptop on Wi-Fi 5, this is set lah. It doesn't work. Basically, you do need to do the backward compatible. So when we talk about backward compatible, when you enable WPA3, this is the bummer lah. You need to, let's say you have devices still running on WPA2, you need to use 2 because you cannot use 3. Once you use 3, this one you cannot backward compatible one. This the kacau part ini. But the rest of this technology, basically if you have devices running on Wi-Fi 5, basically it cannot run the function any lah. Basically it will fall back to the old Wi-Fi 5 technology without all these new things lah. So basically your AP need to downgrade itself for momentarily lah. So you basically will downgrade itself, become Wi-Fi 5 one, just to be compatible, so that he can talk to the mobile device lah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any more questions so far until now?
So far the message box is there's no any questions.
Okay, so the surprise, basically the last slide is simple. Our chips, basically what chip we are using? We are using Intel chipset one. We are using
Wow.
Intel based chipset. Basically, Intel actually they bought over this Wi-Fi chipset company lah. I think you ever heard about the killer brand lah. They already bought them in. Then actually Intel they got produced their own chip basically to fight with ARM and Qualcomm lah for making router one. So this chipset, we are using these two combination lah. So this will be one of our application is actually inside our AP. So because we do have shortage on Qualcomm, so we need to put this Intel into our light lah, our lower end model. So good news for you, you can order basically buy like a mini Ferrari, basically on the like basically a high performance mini AP lah, on the lower budget side.
Yes.
Then the best one thing good I say on the Intel chipset because you know lah, a lot of laptop so on Intel one. So this Intel, I think the Intel AX 200 or AX 201 basically will talk better with Intel chip one. So Intel with Intel chip basically you can get maximum performance one, no issue one. So this is where you see now why we're targeting. Then you buy AMD. Sadly, I can say you buy AMD laptop, we be prepared you'll be getting Realtek Wi-Fi So still people will upgrade back to Intel Wi-Fi on the laptop one. So this is a good news. So it's a bit of good news. So basically the low end model, I need to upgrade, use the same chipset as the higher range due to the shortage. And
Yes.
we actually using the Intel based chipset lah. So this will be one of our application lah. The other actually on the newer mesh model lah. We will get the confirmation already. Then once we have a confirmation, we announce and do a training for the product as well lah.
That is very good news.
So down the road, basically we will see Intel will be more. Basically they will try to grab market share inside the wireless or networking space already. Because they know, because they already bundle with the laptop. So why not AP? Why not a networking product? So now they are they coming already.
It's good.
So if you want this PowerPoint slide, this one we can share with you guys. Basically, you can request from Winnie as well.
Yes, can. We will send after the webinar.
So any more question right now so far? So got anything I no need to say this topic lah. Anything on us also no issue regarding Wi-Fi or the product.
So far, there's no any questions. So so maybe we will be conduct another training by next 2 weeks. We will have another training, and then we will talk about what we call for the different range of the AP for the different controller.
Can this one get the thing get the thing up basically to explain to you guys what two different controllers basically two different product range lah of basically what makes the thing different lah. Simple and where it actually apply these two types of controllers lah.
So in our message box got Lee Kimmy is asking about is the cloud software come free with AP? Yes,
the software is free one. You can actually download from the web already lah.
When you purchase the AP from IPCOM, there will be free download in the website, or else in the user manual in the box in the package you can see it. So far, any question? So we wait for another 1 minute. If no, so far, David, got any question?
Oh, David one roaming simple one. It's let's say I walk to blue to green right. So basically I need to connect to the AP So if let's say I'm green, I go to blue, then I become blue I need to batch the color If not, I cannot connect to the AP So you see imagine you channel 1, everybody on channel 1 So right now you have green, blue, yellow, red. So basically now 5 AP got 5 different colors. So you will go the nearest AP. So your mobile device have to follow the color lah. If you don't follow then you won't disconnect from the AP which or become weak already lah. Same like your this one Order your AP, say that you got one channel 1, channel 6, channel 11. You go 6, then you have to follow 6. You go 11, have to go 11. And now that's why I said this thing actually benefit the 2.4 man. This bandwidth only. When you talk about let's say when you talk about 5 gig, even better. In 9 channel times 4. Or say 7 shades of a rainbow lah. 7 times 9 lagi banyak channel, even better lah.
They will say understand.
So this the coloring thing is actually simple. They try to expand the channel, become more multiple channel. So one channel got 7 shades of color. Or you want to know how many shades of gray or black also can lah. So it depending on the software. Let's say then you got then the same this channel they get same like I say I can do the zoning, then you can have multiple colors. So your devices basically need to follow the channel and the color. So when you got the channel the coloring thing, so basically you can split out multiple color So when multiple color even better. So basically you can become more channel, basically less interference for you to use lah. But sadly, Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6 only. Wi-Fi 5 cannot work. Dia macam ayam itik. Ayam itik cannot talk to each other.
So it's a different thing lah. Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 5. So, okay. If let's say there's no questions, maybe we will end up the webinar. And then about the radio recorder, datasheet, and so-called for the price list, we can be emailed after the webinar. Or else you can try to contact our sales team, or you can be emailed to our sales@synchrorec.com. And then thank you for your time. Enjoy our webinar. Thank you for YY. Thanks for your time. So yeah, for our next webinar coming on 10th of November, the title will be on the Microtik basic setup with the hotspot and the user manager. So you can be registered through our website, or you can call our sales team so we can help you to register it. Once again, thank you for joining us. And then thank you for Mr. YY. Thanks for your time.
Sorry,
So,
Vinny. Sorry to interrupt. There's one
Yeah.
question for Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, why we need hardware controller when we use cloud? Okay, there's sometimes there's the reason is there's actually regarding security. Some people they have the security concerns on the cloud because everything talk the cloud. No, then where is your cloud? Where the cloud is hosted? This is where the security issue comes in already. So when we are talk about enterprise, corporate, or some very high security installation, so the hardware based or the on-premise based controller will be much preferable because you need your controller to be inside. So it will be much secure. So for it to connect to the cloud, basically you can disable lah. So disable, there's basically less security concern already lah. So for the easier installation, that's why we have the cloud. The cloud is simple and it's more like very small installation. We want simple. I say less than 5, less than 20. Then you don't have much of the security concern, and then you use the cloud lah. Then cloud basically on-prem, basically when we have the security concern, you need to be a very secure connection. On-prem, let's say like I say oil and gas or military one or police and then you don't connect to cloud. They won't let you connect to the cloud controller one. Okay. Hopefully last question before we end the session.
So far is no any questions. Any question? 1 more minute.
Ini boleh jadi session borak-borak man, no issue.
Yeah. I think is no any question. So far,
If you want one-to-one training with Winnie, also no problem man. Winnie can
Yes.
train you people man.
Yes, I can be arranged for you all the time. I think will be if there's no question, never mind, never mind. You can just drop me an email or you can call me as well if you have any question after the webinar. So thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, YY. Stay
Bye.
safe. Take care. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.